Hey guys, Joanna here. Almost tripped over a dog. So I hope the volume's loud enough. I am getting ready to go to my second to last radiation treatment, and I can't tell you how glad I am to be almost done. But I'm thinking, okay, so there are stages in this whole recovery from cancer thing. So the first one was the surgery to remove the tumor, and the second one was what I'm going through right now, or excuse me, the second one was chemo and radiation, IV radiation, and now it is just radiation and pill chemo, and it'll all be done on Monday, and then I have an 8-week approximate. Hopefully, it's a lot less than that. Recovery time. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I recover in the best way possible, so I don't lose the momentum that I have, and so that everything remains intentional. Because from the moment I was told that they removed a tumor and not fixed an infection, to now, everything has been completely 100% intentional. Like, I made the decision that no matter what, I'm going to do this as gracefully as possible, that I love my life, and that I'm going to keep loving my life, no matter what happens. And, I can honestly say that I have been accomplishing that, and I want to keep accomplishing that. A friend of mine came over yesterday, and, I love being a New Thought minister, and an interfaith minister, because it exposes me to all these sorts of people. So, like, seers and yogis and other ministers and thought leaders, and I'm just really exposed to a lot, like nutrition and peak performance coaches and all these things, and I happen to have lots of them as my friends. So one of my friends came over yesterday and was like, I have the image of you climbing a mountain and that you're on the way on your downhill, and the downhill sometimes is the hardest part, and the downhill is the sorry about that. The downhill is sometimes where people fall, and and then she was like, and the other image that I've been getting is like, people tend to have car accidents like 2 to 3 miles from home, and that resonated with me, because it's been something I've been thinking about the last several days. Is how do I make my recovery as purposeful, as productive as what I have made going through the treatment. And so there are things that I started to do, I have this book, I've had this book for a while, in it is like my personal goals, like if my life could be like outstanding and amazing, what would it look like? And what would I be doing? And what would I never see again in my life? All of those things are listed in here. In each and every single area of my life, all of those things are listed in here. And then I've got pictures in here of things that, are important to me, to remind me, so that when I don't have, I like being a snazzy dresser. When I don't have something that, when I don't have a lot of time, I can just come back in here and I can just read some stuff, or I can, take a look at some of these awesome pictures. Like, who doesn't want that? And, I want to be a pure spark. So, I went back to my book. I've been going back to my book every single day and picking out, just looking at it and going, okay, I can have that. I can have that. I can still have that. So, that's what I'm about, the business of right now. And, that's the thing that I want to make really clear is, you can live a willful and intentional, powerful life if you know what it is that you're going for. And you fill your life with all of the things that you're going for. And no matter what happens, you find a way. Tony Robbins says, when you can't, that's when you must. You must find a way. So it has been impossible for me to drive myself personally for the last week, and it probably will remain impossible for me to drive myself for the next 2 weeks. So I've had to talk to friends and get rides to places that are not, radiation, but still like going to the doctor to boost my immune system and figuring out how to treat these radiation burns. Because once Tuesday arrives, I can start to treat them. And making sure that I get to the gym, and that I'm doing these sorts of things, and figuring out like how to work without standing up for too long or sitting down. And so like these are the types of things that are on my mind. And like if I can do it when I'm going through this, you can do it no matter what you're going through. So if there's nothing that you took away from all of this, maybe you'll take this away, and that is to figure out where you are in your life and then decide where you want to be. And no matter what happens, figure out how to get there every single day, even if it's just tiny little mosquito steps. Because sometimes we can't take baby steps. We have to take mosquito-sized steps. So, have a great day, and I'll talk to you all later.